Hello and welcome to the Fast Five presented by IU Sports Media. I'm Josh Bodie.
And I'm Dagan Del Fiero.
And we are here to give you
the fastest 5 minutes in Hoosier sports.
Indiana hit the road and traveled up to Ann Arbor yesterday in their first Big Ten road game of the season. Indiana came into the game with a 3-game winning streak after defeating Maryland in the Big Ten opener on Friday. The Hoosiers would get the scoring started early. Khalil Ware picks up the and one on the turnaround jumper. The Hoosiers dominated the paint, scoring 52 points there. Later in the first half, Gabe Cupps gets the steal from Doug McDaniel, and Khalil Ware flushes it home on the fast break. To the second half, Michigan looking to tie the game up late. Olivier Kamwa hits the turnaround jumper on Ware. He was getting to that spot all game. And then the next possession, Khalil Ware gets around the defender and hits an impressive hook shot to give the Hoosiers the lead. They wouldn't give it up and won 78-75. Coming up for Indiana, they head down to Atlanta this Saturday to take on Auburn. The Tigers have been good this season with a 5-2 record, but are coming off a loss at Appalachian State. After the Auburn game, the Hoosiers welcome a blue blood to Assembly Hall. Number 2 ranked Kansas is 8-1 this season with a win over defending champion UConn. If they beat Missouri on Saturday, it's possible the Jayhawks come to Bloomington as the number 1 team in the country. Over to women's basketball, where the Hoosiers are 7-1 and riding a 6-game win streak. We'll send it over to Griffin Christ for more.
Thanks, guys. We are officially underway this holiday season, and what's not to love more than a present from IU women's basketball? After beating the Stetson Hatters in a dominating 72-34 fashion, the Hoosiers are looking to hand out some coal this holiday season against the Rutgers Scarlet Knights.
The Hoosiers come into this matchup red hot, winning their last 6 games and earning a record of 7-1 on the year. While it has been a different story for the Scarlet Knights this season, Rutgers sits at a 5-5 overall record this year. But don't be too fooled, the Scarlet Knights are much more dangerous at home, posting a 5-2 record on the season. This will also be the Hoosiers' Big Ten opener on this year. Last year, IU dominated in the regular season. If it was in or out of the Big Ten, it did not matter. The Hoosiers were almost unbeatable. IU finished their regular season record with a 16-2 in-conference record and 28-4 overall. However, this IU team is much different than last year's squad, with new faces all around the board. But expectations are still the same heading into this year.
IU will look to keep their 6-game winning streak alive this Saturday in the Big Ten opener in Piscataway, New Jersey against the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. IU will also look to go back-to-back as regular season Big Ten champions this season. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Griffin. Unfortunately, the season is over, but it was far from disappointing. The Todd Yeagley-led squad finished the season with a record of 15-4-5 and an impressive home record of 11-1-2. Indiana was crowned the Big Ten champions after beating Wisconsin, Michigan, and Penn State. Indiana also finished the year taking 12 of their last 14, including 8 straight wins over 39 days until their season-ending loss versus Notre Dame. The team has had their stars shine this season with players such as Sam Sarver, Tommy Mahalik, and Collins Oduro all being frequent mentions on the Fast Five. Also, the 2023 Adidas MLS College Showcase will feature IU senior defensive duo of Hugo Bacharach and Joey Mayer. The Hoosiers will have a chance to run it back next season with a very similar roster while being able to add new recruits for next fall. Now, we have spent all year talking about the Hoosiers that are actively with the school, but we haven't talked about the alumni and what they've been up to. OG Anunoby continues to be one of the NBA's best 3-and-D players for the Toronto Raptors, shooting a career-high 40% from beyond the arc while also averaging just over a steal a game as well as just under a block. Now, another Hoosier that is in the NBA is Eric Gordon. Gordon has had a bit of a career resurgence this season for the Phoenix Suns, already having 6 20-point games compared to 8 last year. The former 6th Man of the Year has stepped up for a Phoenix team that has needed a silky smooth scorer as they've been without Bradley Beal and Devin Booker for most of the early season.
We'll stay in the NBA and highlight the start of Trayce Jackson-Davis's career. He has appeared in 13 of the Warriors' 20 games so far this season, averaging 3 points and 1.8 boards per game. His best game came in his second appearance, putting up 13 points and 9 rebounds. Now over to the NFL. Hoosier standout linebacker Micah McFadden has been an important part of the Giants' defense this season. He has started all 11 games he's played, tallying 74 total tackles, including 11 tackles for loss, both of which are career highs.
And that'll do it for us today. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Be sure to follow us on all platforms at IU Fast 5 to stay up to date on all the news you need to know on Indiana sports. Until next time, I'm Josh Bodie.
And I'm Dagan Del Fiero. We'll see you guys next semester.